Broadcasting live from an Airstream somewhere in Tornado Alley, bringing you the people, places, and stories from the Panhandle to the Red River. This is your Only in Oklahoma show.
And welcome to the show. We're headed back to the El Reno Community Theater. They've moved locations. They're now in the Center Theater, and they've got a production of Four Old Broads that's coming up this Friday. We had a chance to talk to the director and the guy that's making it happen, Rick Ramsey. I'm Brett.
And I'm Harley.
You know, we have done a few shows with the El Reno Community Theater and kind of watched them evolve and grow, and it's nice to see them kind of being more at home now, having moved into the Center Theater. Another great use for an old theater, not letting it go to waste. The same, you know, they've got the Washita down here. They're doing the same thing. I like to see that kind of stuff.
Recently went to the theater in Duncan.
Mm-hmm.
It's still just a movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I have to qualify that with just a movie theater, but it was awesome. I really like the small theater feel.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you and I have had more than a few discussions on theater types and movie types.
Well, we've taken pictures of theaters that were open a block away from theaters that were abandoned. So it's anybody's guess if I think there's this renaissance right now of taking these old theaters. I've seen them turned into churches, for crying out loud. I guess it's better than not having them there at all. But I like seeing that kind of thing happen.
I really think that it relies on the community. El Reno is one that is really kind of taken the theater under their wing,
right.
and they really work hard to make it a community event. And then other times you'll find a community where they would rather go somewhere else,
right,
than to spend an evening in their own town. So
absolutely,
I really appreciate when these small towns, I don't even know the correct phrasing.
Embrace is it embrace?
Yeah, they embrace their community, and yeah, that's absolutely right.
Well, we're going to talk to Rick and El Reno Community Theater coming up. Okay, before we go any further, where'd you get that shirt?
You mean this custom designed Only an OK shirt?
Dude, the podcast is 17 seconds old.
The guys over at Master Threads printed them up for us.
Well, apparently not us. I don't have a Only in Oklahoma shirt.
Oh, did you not get yours?
Oh, and apparently a hat as well, embroidered? How is this even possible?
Brett, I'm just going to say that Master Threads is an Oklahoma-based company specializing in professional graphic design and embroidery.
And apparently lightning fast turnaround?
Absolutely. So they had made shirts for us in the past, back in the days when we were only international award-winning podcasters.
Mm-hmm.
They nailed that order too.
Well, apparently I'll have to call Jeff and the team at Master Threads myself to make it happen. But if you need local products from a local company you can trust, check out Master Threads at masterthreads.us.
That's masterthreads.us.
Master Threads. Well, El Reno Community Theater's back at it again. They've got a new production and a new location, but more importantly, new production of Four Old Broads opens this Friday and runs through the 16th. We've got Rick Ramsey, the director. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Well, I should say welcome back. So, you know, there's been a lot of changes with El Reno Community Theater. You guys have switched locations. You're at the Center Theater now. How long did that take to take place, and what got that ball rolling?
Well, we've been wanting to get back in here for some time now. I've only been on the board with El Reno Community Theater since 2016, and that whole time we had been over at the high school doing performances, and we were very grateful for that. Great stage and everything, but we really wanted our own home, so we had to work with Matt White, the mayor of El Reno, and the city council to make this go down. And it was just a lot of, sometimes red tape is there and there's nothing you can do about it. There's other shows that were going on here at the Center Theater, like Backwood shows,
mm-hmm.
and we had to work with them. And then, of course, we do a Friday night movie night here, so we had to work all that in. For some reason, it just took some time. But Matt White and the city council was outstanding in helping us get back in here. And like you just mentioned, this is going to be our first show kicking off here at the Center Theater again.
So I have a quick Center Theater story from the 1990-something. It's a single-screen theater, right?
Yes.
Okay, so 1990, whenever The Legends of Fall came out, I was dating a girl in El Reno, and I took her to and it's probably, you'd have to be there, but we still laugh about it 25 years later. So we go to the movie,
Right.
and I say, I need 2 for Legends of the Fall. I mean, if you think about it, it's a one-screen theater. I didn't know, so I could have just said 2 for the movie, and I didn't do it. Sorry, I guess it's funnier to me.
Right.
Rick. It's funnier to me.
Right.
And funnier to she still lives in El Reno. But yeah, Center Theater, I love, and there's a lot of that kind of a movement that's happening throughout the state of Oklahoma where they're reclaiming these theaters and kind of not only repurposing them as movie theaters, but turning them into fine arts performance locations as well. And I just love the fact that you guys get to go back there.
Yeah, I think you yourself, Brett, you posted something about the rodeo theater down in Cowtown or Stockyards rather.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been there. I went there to see The Irishman, and it's an outstanding theater.
Yes.
I want to go back. I missed out on the Michael Anthony Hall. Yeah.
Anthony Michael Hall, but we'll change that in post. Yeah, there you go.
Anthony Michael Hall. He's got 3 names. I'm like, good Lord. But, that went on down there. I didn't make it down there for that. But, yeah, we've done the same thing here. And we're basically going to be showing, basic movies, not R-rated movies, but
right.
PG-13 and lower. Oh, they've shown I don't know. They've got a list over here of shows that they've done over the years. I mean, they've done Elf, they've done Jaws, they've done E.T.,
mm-hmm.
they've done
kind of
things like that.
I think it's an opportunity, a great opportunity to kind of because right now nostalgia. You're a fan of nostalgia. We follow each other on social media. It's kind of, if you're 40. I was talking to Michael Cross with the Okie Geek podcast earlier this week. If you're in your 40s. Now's the time. I mean, everything is that's old is new again. And I just love what y'all are doing over there with El Reno Community Theater repartnering with the Center Theater in El Reno.
Yeah, it's this theater is outstanding. I'm standing in the house right now. We're getting ready to start rehearsals. We've got tonight and tomorrow night, and then we've got tonight, tomorrow night, and Thursday night is our final dress rehearsal. But I wanted to invite some of the dignitaries, if you will, of El Reno, the mayor and his wife, and the city council, and the fire marshal and his wife, and on and on and on, to come watch a free show. But there's no charge for them because it's a VIP thing,
right.
And it's a test rehearsal. So we don't actually open to the public until the 7th, this coming Friday.
No, that's at 7 p.m. on Friday, right?
7 p.m. The doors will open at 6. We do have concessions will be open at that time, and then seating will start at 6:30. And we've got a really nice house here. It really is. Plenty of seating, very good views no matter where you sit. And the stage, you're very close to the stage, so you're very up close and personal with the actors in the show itself. I've got a wonderful cast going on this thing. This is a funny show. A friend of mine was down here and she was helping paint the set, and about midway through she said, I gotta go. And I said, what's wrong? She goes, I don't want to watch them do any more rehearsal because I want to see the show. It's funny and I want to see how it ends. So we've got a really good cast going with us.
Well, Rick, you were talking about the mayor coming to see the dress rehearsals. I just want to know, is he wearing a top hat and does he have a monocle on? Because that's immediately what I thought of when you said all the dignitaries were going to be there.
I don't know. I mean, I've heard that Matt can be a little different at times, but from what I've seen thus far, he's a pretty cool guy. I wouldn't put it past him.
Well, I mean, ask Abraham Lincoln what he thinks about the theater. I'm just saying.
Yeah, really, yeah.
I don't. I'm sure it's hard to get a dignitary to go to a theater, since the 1800s. But it sounds like a lot of fun. So Rick, tell us a little bit about, when I think of Four Old Broads, in my mind, I kind of go with it kind of almost like this Golden Girls premise kind of comes across. Is that kind of what we can expect?
That's exactly what you're looking at. This is a revamp of the Golden Girls, if you will. Basically, you have 4 ladies that are in a retirement center. This takes place in a retirement center. It's based in 1992. It's Magnolia retirement center. It's led by Beatrice, this group of girls. And Beatrice is wanting to go on a cruise. She's trying to get a cruise together, but her friend Edie is balking on the thing. And then you got Imogene, who's fairly new to the crowd. And she's just, like, well, whatever. And then, excuse me, I've got a cough. And then you got Maud, who is the romantic crazy who watches soap operas and is so deep into her soap operas she thinks they're real. So Beatrice is trying to get all this going on, but lo and behold, something is going on with Imogene's medicine. Is giving her a pill that is making her lose her memory.
Oh.
And there's a little mystery afoot, and Beatrice is ready to find out what's going on. And then, of course, you add in Sam, who is the Elvis impersonator, and things get really crazy with the administrator, Pat, who is the villain of our story, and then our beautiful little nurse that helps her out. No, you're fine. Go ahead.
I was kind of reading one of the characters, I was doing a little bit of research, and one of the characters reminds me very much of Blanche. That would be Beatrice, right? The retired burlesque queen, if you will.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She is the retired queen. And I basically told, because Kristen Richardson plays Beatrice, and I told her when I first read the script, I said, my image of her is Blanche and Peggy Bundy.
Oh.
And so we kind of mixed those two up. I didn't want her to be those characters, but I wanted her to get an idea. She mixed those characters up. So that's kind of where it goes.
And you managed to get a PG rating on that with those two characters combined. Congratulations.
Yeah. It is definitely a PG. It is not small children friendly. There is a little stuff in here that they don't need to hear, but it is funny. It's just funny. There's times that not just in the lines, but the way the expressions of these characters come off in their facial expressions and things like that, reacting to somebody else. It's just, these guys have worked so hard, and it's such a funny show. I've got a great cast and crew for this one. And like I said, we open up Friday night to the public. So I'm excited. They're excited. This is a dream come true for me as far as being in a theater like this nature, because my dream has always been to have my own theater. And I've been an actor for, 30-something years. This is my second show in those 30 years to direct. I directed Steel Magnolias with El Reno 3 years ago, and now I'm doing this one. So it's been a lot of fun. The audience is going to really love this. It's fast-paced, it's funny, and they're going to enjoy it.
That sounds like a lot of fun, Rick. What is the best way for people to learn more about the theater, to find tickets, that sort of thing?
Yeah, if they want to go online, they can go to elreno.wellattended.com, and they can buy their tickets there. Tickets are going to be $10 online. They are $12 at the door. They are on sale now. I would recommend, if they want to get tickets, to go online and get a little cheaper. If they have a crowd, if they have a group of 15 or more, I can get tickets for $5 each for them. And every ticket sale comes with free popcorn. So, yeah, that's the big one.
Yeah, I can't eat popcorn right now, but that's a good deal. Hell, you can have a night on the town for, under a bill. That's not bad.
Yeah, exactly. And that's going to be for all our shows, no matter whether it's this or the Backwoods shows or anything that goes on here. It's always free popcorn.
And again, that website is elreno.wellattended.com.
Yeah.
All right, Rick, and one other question. I know on occasion you guys have open calls. What's the best way to kind of keep up with what's going on with El Reno Community Theater, whether it's you've got a show opening or you're auditioning or you're just looking for a movie? What is the best way to find you?
You can follow our Facebook page, El Reno Community Theater, Facebook. We have all our auditions going on there. In fact, we'll have some coming up for a dinner theater, which we'll do in April, and then we will have Beauty and the Beast, which is performing in July. We just got the date set, so we're looking forward to Beauty and the Beast. That's going to be a big one for us in here. But yeah, people can follow us there. We encourage it. That way they can keep up with what's going on.
Well, Rick, it's always a pleasure having you on. Sorry it took so long for me to get back to you. I do occasionally, I juggle and sometimes I drop multiple balls, and then sometimes I don't have any balls.
I totally understand. I got here late tonight because I was doing things, and I've got more work to do on the set, but it's not going to get done tonight.
We really want to thank you for coming on the show again.
Absolutely. Keep up the good work, honestly. Seriously.
Absolutely.
Well, it looks like they've got a lot of things going on. You look at their Facebook page, they've had Flashback Friday, Movie Fridays. Again, we talked about it in the intro. We've talked about it, I think, privately. If you've got a facility that's like that, and you can keep it open, whether we've talked to, I don't know where it was, but they use the theater for senior citizens and they use it for performing arts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you can find a way to kind of keep the blood flow, I mean, I think that's the biggest part is, making sure that these things kind of, I don't know, what am I looking for here?
I don't know. I think a lot of it just boils down to care and maintenance and taking pride in that part of the community. They're doing a good job. I'm super pumped on them. I really feel like they go out of their way to make sure that they're bringing entertaining shows.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe the runs are too short.
I don't know.
I mean,
but here's the thing. More to that point is maybe they are, but they're doing something all the time. It's not like,
I agree. I'm not throwing shade at all.
No, I know.
I just feel like it's almost, like this one starts this Friday and you've got a little over a week.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't know if that's enough. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Look, if you're looking for something to do, you can always go to El Reno Community Theater's Facebook page. We tell you where to get the tickets in the show notes. Check them out. They're always doing something. If you don't want to watch a show, you want to be in the show, you can audition with them as well. For more information, you can always visit us, though, at onlyanokShow.com.
That is correct.
Before we go any farther,
yes.
How about a good old-fashioned call to arms?
Okay.
We love everything that you're doing out there, folks. We love how much you're supporting us. But if we could ask you to do one thing, what would it be?
Share the show, whether that be on social media, whether that's, just saying to a friend, hey, you should check out the Only an OK show. Harley and Brett are awesome.
Or even if you're like, I've heard this podcast, it's not really my cup of tea, but I think you'll like it. I don't care how you do it. The rub is we need your help.
We do.
I mean, Sharon is Karen.
I think we've said that before.
Yes, and I know Karen usually is the one that complains at customer service, but we really need you.
Absolutely. This has been the Only an OK show. I am Harley.
And I'm Brett.
And we're out of here.
Peace.